Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fashion Bunker. Super interesting topic today. It's going to be complicated, but it's going to be very, very, very fascinating because I rarely ever do this because I just believe the imagination of a human being should prosper and not be limited by anything an artist or creator makes. But I will make an exception. I'm going to explain to you how to decode languages in terms of imagery. Images, photography, composition, codes. And this is something that has occurred to me after I posted the video entitled, Are We Slaves or Are We All Slaves to the French Style? And that's a question that Lanier Smith asked me. He was talking about Louis XIV and the birth of French style and how it has influenced the world. And he asked me, what do I think about French style today and what have you? And I made a video, and you could check out that video in the description box down below. I shall post a link. But what is very fascinating are your responses. First and foremost, I thought that if I write a title of a video entitled "Are We All Slaves to French Style?" I thought to myself, that's going to be a type of video that on my channel garners around 500 views because it's something so specific and a lot of people just don't care for those kind of topics. And yet, surprise, surprise, we went over 1,000 and it's still growing and people are interested in this topic. Not only am I very proud of you for actually wanting to learn about also history, but I'm also super proud of you guys because the comments were incredible. And one particular comment instigated in me this need to make a follow-up video, which is now. And I'm going to make an exception to the rule of explaining images, meaning, example, in the Baroque time, a long time ago, there was no photography. There were paintings. The churches commissioned most of the paintings. Painters did not have much freedom. They had to utilize symbols given by the church that had to be implemented within the paintings. One object representing a certain symbol had to be positioned in the painting. The artist was only given that much freedom according to how clever and intelligent the artist was to implement his own vision and his own codes and languages, hidden from the logic of the church, but still present within the painting. So, Caravaggio used young boys. I mean, he loved young boys, but he used young boys also to depict women. The famous Medusa was in reality inspired, the Caravaggio Medusa was painted from a boy. The artichoke is a very big symbol, like vegetables, fruits. Let's not get into all that symbology. We're going to go into more modern symbology when it comes to Super Dacob and the Fashion Bunker. Example being one, what I'm wearing right now. Don't be fooled. And I'm going to read a comment that made me think that maybe I should give you a bit of a kind of a key to unlock certain symbols that I use a lot in my videos. And again, this is not something that I like to do because everybody should have their own idea, but just to give you kind of a direction why I make certain choices. I think it's super fascinating from all of us to learn from one another, all of these things. And it's also an interesting game because in the future you could try to figure out, it's like a riddle and a puzzle. What has what meaning in my videos? And the biggest, well, I can't say that. Anyway, there's another secret there. So, new apartment. How you doing, sweetie? Formerly 3/3 row. How you doing? Fabulous comment. And the comment goes like this. I think style is more a part of French society than it is in American life. Americans, to me, depend more on trends, and trends come and go too fast. Style is part of everyday life in France, nothing out of the ordinary. In America, we take what is established in Europe and, in my opinion, ruin it, distort it. That McDonald's bag, which I showcased in the other video, here it is. That McDonald's bag, where is it? To me, isn't attractive or elegant, nor is it style. When Dior or Chanel, and especially Louis Vuitton, clash with brands like Supreme and ruin their image, it's a sad thing. But I suppose it's inevitable. Look at Hermes, Birkins, or the Kelly. They demand you pay thousands for a very plain basic bag. Looking at how you dress in my other video, and I'm going to show you, I'm going to fade in an image as well of what I wore in the other video. Looking at how you dress made me realize style could still exist even if it isn't my personal concept of elegance. You create traditional style by mixing elements like an old world elegant classic brooch, this one, with a sporty baseball cap, which happened to be this one. Factors I never would ordinarily think would work together, combine to be elegant and have verve. France has snobbery, yes. However, I look at our current president and see the possible end of my country as being a center of elegance and influence and style. Okay, we're not getting political here. I read it because it's in your comment, but everybody has their own opinion, so guys, respect this opinion, and this person will respect your opinions as well. Let's not get into politics because we have a lot to cover here as far as fashion and style is concerned. Okay. Ironic that, okay, well, let me skip the whole political agenda and get back to actually the point at hand. My wife and I agree that if there were ever a need for art and beauty and style, a return to the era of elegance to reemerge, it's now. Because boy did we ever elect Bob. Oh God, okay, here we go again with politics, okay. So we're talking about Twin Peaks, blah, blah, blah. Some pop art parody by Warhol, but it's sadly real. Hope in the present era is terribly needed. Mother Earth is now dressed in rags. Okay. So, all political agenda aside, what I was wearing in the other video, let me move to the side for a second. Let's zoom it in there. Okay, so in this image, I'm talking about, French style, but indeed, the only French thing I'm wearing there is this brooch. It's the Chanel brooch from the pre-fall winter 16 collection. Then I, on purpose, added elements from all across the globe as far as fashion influences that influence me are concerned. We have the symbol of America. We have Mickey Mouse on a New Era cap, which is America and Great Britain together. Then I have, it's hard to get. Vivienne Westwood is in that image as well with her Climate Revolution. So this is Great Britain, United Kingdom. We have the mother of punk fashion. With Climate Revolution, with the Climate Revolution t-shirt, that is a square cut. That is in that image as well. And then we have Yohji Yamamoto for Y3, which is, Y3 is a German brand, but Yohji is a Japanese brand. So we have those two elements combined in the jacket that I wore in the video, with this beautiful knit bomber kind of cardigan-y thing. And then, what else did I add on top to make my point was this Italian brand that is right now, at the helm of this Italian brand is an American designer, Jeremy Scott, designing for Moschino. Franco Moschino, the Italian designer, was the founder of Moschino, but unfortunately he passed away. And then we have the implementation of a fast food chain that's world famous, like McDonald's. Both its colorways as well as kind of the logo slightly morphed. So, New Apartment was, my subscriber was a little bit like surprised, like, okay, you managed to make things work. And I was like, and then my answer was, I said, yes, the Moschino bag is challenging to look at. Okay, let me move to the side again, to the center again. But I showed it on purpose. I love it, but I am aware that it's the opposite of French style concepts. Also note what I am wearing. I on purpose wore brands from different countries and cultures. from England, France, USA, Germany, Italy, Japan. A clash of cultures and ideas can create unity and can generate inspiration and growth, and it can result in style. And then I also added, which is a fascinating point, just to kind of close that weird political initial thing. I said, you know what Coco used to say, fashion comes and goes, style is forever. Presidents come and go. Style is forever. So it doesn't matter. But politics are very futile things. Whatever. I respect whatever you believe in as long as you're respectful to one another. So this is the thing. What I'm wearing today, it's a very simplified version of what I usually do. But I wore on purpose glasses, sunglasses, and an eyeball. The eye is kind of like an eye opener. I am explaining to you, like with an open eye and open vision, what is behind the facade, what is behind the surface, why certain choices. You're going to see me in some videos dressed in black, very, very almost reverential, almost like church-like in a way. And then in other videos, it's going to be very cheeky, very poppy. In some videos, you're going to have a mix of both or a clash. And people that never dig underneath the surface, those are going to be the types of viewers that turn into trolls mostly because they end up criticizing, because they think that I don't know what I'm doing, when indeed I do. I make certain aesthetical choices on purpose. Unfortunately, there are a lot of people out there that do lack their own vision, their own style, and kind of just follow trends and become victims of a certain look, outfit, piece of clothing, because the clothes start to wear them rather than them wearing clothes. So you could say I'm wearing the shades because I'm throwing shade now. Perhaps, but that's more simplistic kind of approach to it. What is very fascinating is to dissect certain things, if you're interested in that sort of analysis of aesthetics and the reasons behind them, to take my thumbnails and to kind of try to figure out, okay, so if this is the topic of the video, and Dacob chose this look, this body pose, posture, whatever, for the thumbnail, also in combination with the title, more or less sometimes, what does it really mean? Because trust you me, there's always something underneath that surface. Even when I do, analysis of videos, like for example, if I'm going to talk about Twin Peaks, and I know a lot of you follow my channel for fashion and kind of are just for the love of me, you stick around even when I do Twin Peaks video. I do the Twin Peaks videos for the love of Twin Peaks because I was raised on Twin Peaks, and to me, there's nothing better than having that TV show back finally. But even the thumbnails I do for Twin Peaks, if I implement myself, if I'm filming myself like I am doing now, if it's not kind of a live stream version where it's very pixely because internet is super slow where I am right now, so I can't create these high resolution, high definition images also for the Twin Peaks videos. But for the videos that I do post airing of an episode where I kind of dissect and talk about the emotions of an episode, if I implement myself within a thumbnail where there are other characters that were acting within Twin Peaks, even there I will find a position and a composition of the space I'm in where I juxtapose myself to either the characters or the given ambience, the ambience, the feeling, the mood, the vibe of the episode. And it's always analytical. And this is because I, also studied art, so I'm a very artistically speaking visual person. I talk a lot in the videos because that's a way of communication. I could just as well perfectly be in total silence for 1 hour in front of the camera, just sit, meditate, and relax, but we wouldn't be having a lot of people watching, would we? Because speech is also important. But because I am a very visual person, the visual aspect of an image or the composition of it speaks on its own. It does not always need the spoken word added to it. It's like an extra layer, the spoken word. So I spend a lot of time creating the thumbnail, positioning the text, creating the text, thinking about what I'm going to wear in a video when I express a certain notion. So just to let you guys know, I'm telling you the truth. Now, imagine how much deeper this goes when a brand is developing their brand marketing to launch a product, and how much subliminal messages they pack into, an image, a cover, a logo, an ad campaign. what I do is very simplified. It's very one-to-one. You know, I like things to be very direct, very from a gut level, very approachable to you guys, because that's also the aesthetic I like. I like when I see art that immediately talks to me. I don't need to have to know. I don't like art that needs too much explaining. I don't like too much of a conceptual art piece in order to understand it. It has to really move me. And when it immediately moves me, then my curiosity gets triggered, and then I want to learn more about it. But I have to have that instinctive gut movement, bowel movement initially that makes me want to learn more and know more about a piece. Now imagine the brand marketing. How evil in a way they are, because they're going to try to insinuate, very insidious, they're going to try to insinuate themselves inside of your desires. They're going to want to manipulate you to want a certain piece or product without you thinking that it's them manipulating you into wanting it. Because the best results can be obtained if the subject thinks that she or he, on their own, came up with the idea that they want a certain product. That's the best a brand can ever dream of. You know, us, the idiots, thinking, I actually need this product. Yeah, and I got to the conclusion that I need this product all on my own. I'm so proud of myself, that makes me want to buy this thing even more. Stop right there. Chances are you've just been bullied into thinking, or fooled into, tricked into thinking what the brand wants you to think. So that's why I decided to open up about this thing as far as my channel is concerned, and to tell you guys, always think twice. Yes, if you're in a bad mood, if you're miserable in your life and you live for the love of being a troll, and you just want to spit out some of your venom onto my channel in the comment sections, and you write something really nasty, do it, but you're not doing yourself a favor. It's not like, it doesn't hurt me. I'm immune to that. It just washes over me. That venom never sticks to me. But it is very indicative to me of how our society is and how much superficiality is out there, because people do not dig underneath the surface. People do not have that capability anymore. And it's not that people are born stupid. It's unfortunately that it's lack of education, and also people let themselves get brainwashed. And I say, wake up. Don't let yourself get brainwashed. You're not stupid. You're very intelligent. You just got to wake up. And this is kind of the first step, understanding that what is in the surface is never really the whole story. And don't be so too quick to judge. Don't ever do that. You're not doing yourself a favor. You're literally putting bricks and stones and mountains in front of your own path, when indeed you could be trolling and strolling easily through that path of life happily. Instead, most of us spend our days putting a rock in front of our path, thinking, who did that? Why is that rock there? Oh my God, how do I get rid of it? And you're like, and I'm like, well, you put that rock there on your own. You allowed that rock to be there. So peel off the sticker from the surface, dig deeper and deeper and deeper. Not a lot of you like to watch my series Inside Sycamore, but that's what, I don't want to say too much about it, because it's an artistic project, and it's something that will be shown in an art gallery once the project is completely done. And I've been asked by friends of mine, Dacob, why the hell are you showing Inside Sycamore on YouTube? Nobody cares. True, many people don't care. My Inside Sycamore videos don't get a lot of views because they're just an artistic endeavor, because they really peel off the surface. It's a depiction of surface, superficial aspects, and you gotta peel. It triggers emotions. It triggers vibes and moods, and it's not something to be explained in words. It's something to be listened to. It's something to be felt. Loved or hated, it doesn't matter. You see, this is the point. It's not something like GABRIELLE, this new Chanel fragrance. It's trying so hard to be loved. It really plays it safe. It so freaking annoys me. It annoys the shit out of me for how cheap, lame, and desperately safe it's trying to play. Inside Sycamore, my series, is not trying to be safe. It doesn't care if it's liked or not. That's not the point. We think in this society everything is about love, fame, love me, accept me, accept me. Some things are just not meant to be loved or hated. They just don't care about that. They just want to, you know, open eyes, peel off those superficial stickers. No matter what you find underneath the surface, whether it be positive or negative, is irrelevant. The important thing is that you start digging underneath that surface. You understand what I'm saying? That's why certain things are not beautiful. That's why certain things like this one, like New Apartment said, what an ugly bag. Yes, exactly. I never said, you know, I love it, but I never said it beautiful. It ain't. It's an ugly bag. There's an ugliness to it in its symbology, and it goes deeper. You scratch underneath that surface. It's not about Anna Dello Russo wearing it the first day it's released and everybody wants it because Anna Dello Russo is wearing it, or whoever, you know. I love this bag because of the way it makes me think. And of the way I'm critical to it. That's another one of the reasons why I love it. But anyway, guys, that's the video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Let me know if you look back into my other, you know, older thumbnails. If you find out any secret messages, hidden messages, let me know in the comment section down below. Or you could send me a screenshot, direct messaging me on my Instagram account, Super Dacob, all spelled together, and you can kind of analyze it. That's good homework as well, because you could try to figure out where are the layers, what are, you know, what is there behind the surface. So if you haven't already, but do wish to, please subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. I'm also on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Be strong, open your eyes, guys, and never give up on love. Love you, see you soon, take care, bye.